Hello, in the last tutorial we covered how to use Unreal default template called Collab Viewer to create a multiplayer. Through local IP you can join the game, you can see multiple pawns with multiple players. Today I'd like to cover a little bit about the structure of this template, which include a BP VR pawn as your basic pawn. Oh, sorry, you have the base pawn as your basic pawn. And then this base pawn is a parent. You can create multiple children, including VR pawn, walk, orbit, and fly. Okay, so I'd like to talk a little bit about the structure or the hierarchy of this. So first, let's go to here, and I will go to the folder called Collab Viewer, and within the blueprint, and you can see the pawn, right? So all the pawn is actually saved here. So you have this really basic one, it's called base pawn. If I double click, you can see here is the pawn. The original one is a different shape. So what I did is I updated the mesh. So the character mesh, I think it used to be a robot. So now I change it to the superhero girl. And also I changed the animation class to the superhero girl animation class. So where you can control the fly, I'll jump. So this is the update on the base pawn. Once I updated the base pawn, the children of the base pawn is actually in a touch folder. And you have, for example, the fly, you have the orbit, you have the walk. So for instance, if I roll over to the walk or double click, you can see this walk is the children of the another pawn, right? So the parent is the desktop walk. And here, if I go to the desktop, right? This is the desktop walk, and double click, you can see this one is the children of the base pawn. So it's kind of like grandparents and grandkids. Right? You have the three generations, right, through this kind of hierarchy. And the base pawn, as I mentioned before, it has some basic functions. So like the superhero. I also have a camera right here. Okay, so this is basically the base pawn's setting. Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. So if I play this game, right, if I go to the selected viewport, if I play, you can see by default I'm in the flying mode. So this is the flying pawn. Right? If I look at my shadow, I'm kind of flying here, but I can switch to walk. So look at the shadow, I'm walking. I can change to orbit, so I'm orbiting. I can switch to VR pawn. So they're just basically linked to multiple children of this hierarchy. Right? So desktop is children, and the touch, walk, orbit, or fly is the children of the children. Yeah, maybe it sounds a little bit confusing. So here, let me just open them really quick so you can get some visual. So I will go to the touch. I will open the fly. You can see the fly. I basically just changed the animation to kind of floating animation. So once you switch to this pawn, you can just fly in the air. Yeah, nothing fancy. And for the walk, it basically has this BP control is walking, right? And also the orbit. If I open it, it basically has a T-pose. The height is associated with the cursor's vector orientation, so the height will actually move. So that's pretty cool. I do want to talk a little bit about the VR pawn because this one is a little bit different. The VR pawn will show up when you switch to the VR mode. So here, if I play, you see this corner, right, upper right corner is the VR mode. So when you click that, it's actually spawned the VR pawn. For the VR pawn, this one I did not put the superhero character here. Instead, I just using the default from the Collab Viewer, which is this robot head with a torso. Nothing fancy. Everything else is the same. The only difference is here we updated a little bit about the grabbing, so you are able to actually pick up objects using the grabbing function. So I can show you later. Okay, so in order to test these multiple pawns, right, I have four. I do want to test the VR pawn. So first in the navigation mesh, right? So I'm gonna open the place actor panel. Then I place actor panel. Then I will type navigation. Then you'll see this called nav mesh bounce. So you can just drag and drop. So what happened is if you create this boundary, right? I already did one, which you can see here. Right, this is called navigation mesh bounce. Just make sure this box is big enough, right? And then if I press P, you can see the green area. This is the area you are able to use your VR pawn to teleport, to jump. So I have this starting point, and then the VR pawn is able to travel to all the green zones. You do see this is actually automatic. So if you do have walls or collision objects, it's automatically calculate the edges. So it's pretty cool. So I have this green zone. I'm able to teleport. Press P again. This will be hidden. And then I will pick up several objects. I will change this from static to movable, and then I will add a grab function. So you can just go to content, type grab. Then you can see the grab component. Then I will drag and drop to the hierarchy, right? So in the detail panel, you can see this guy has a hierarchy, is a static mesh. So just make sure you drag and drop the grab as the children of the static mesh, right? I will do another test. Let's see this candy machine, right? So I first change it from the static to movable, right? Where is it? Oh, I have to drag it a little bit higher. Yeah, the window is a little bit small, but I have to get used to it. So I change this candy machine from static to movable right here. And then I will drag the grab component and drop, right? So the grab component became a children of this static mesh, right? So this is how you can make this one be able to pick up. And I do the same thing for this, cash machine. Also, I did this for this cup. So they are all movable objects. They all have a grab component, dragged and dropped, attached to the hierarchy. So let's do some tests. Okay. So I like to test in the VR mode. Can I really grab these objects? To do this test, I have to run this in a standalone mode. The reason is I have to switch the pawn from fly, orbit, walk into VR, right? So you can't really test easily. So make sure you have the headset connected. Also, I have this Oculus Link running in the background. Just keep in mind in the Oculus Link, make sure the OpenXR is set as a default. Also make sure you have the plugin for OpenXR. This is the basic stuff. Since if you don't have OpenXR activate, you won't be able to see this within the editor. Okay. So now I'm going to play the standalone. Save it. Okay. So this will take a little bit time to compile. We'll see. You should be able to see the screen show up in a second. I will make this one a little bit larger. Because this level has like 6,000 actors, right? So this will take some time to be compiled. So when you do the standalone, it's actually compiling the entire level, just like a packaging game. Okay, so it will take a little bit time. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see anything yet because I have to switch the mode to VR, right? But before I switch, just want to show right now this is the flying mode, so I can see my shadow, so you can get an idea. I'm kind of floating now. Right, right. So this is the flying mode, and if I switch to walk, right? So I'm walking. You can see the body, right? And also I can do the orbit. You can look around, and then I'm gonna switch to VR. Once I switch to VR, I should be able to see this through my headset. Right, I'm not sure if you see the screen is updating. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, probably because I'm recording, but you got the kind of view. And also you can see my hand show up. There's also a laser here. So this is not really the VR template default. This is from the Collab Viewers, uh, you know, game mode. So here, if I use the A button on the face face button A, I'm able to teleport. Also, if I rotate my hand, I'm able to change the direction of the orbit. Right. So here you can sort of see that's the landing point. I'm able to, point to a direction, then I'm able to teleport there. So for instance, if I want to teleport here, I can get really close to the board, and then if I overlap my hand and then use a side grip, I'm able to pick it up. Right? So I can pick, I can put it here, I can continue to walk. So this is how I, got into the store. Right. So from the shadow, you can definitely see I'm actually the robot head. I wish there's a mirror or something. Not really. But you got a point. Yep. So I'm just like a torso with a head. So now if I'm going to, if the back, I can teleport. I can go here. Yeah, there's many landing points I can pick up, and I can go here. So this is the cashier. I can pick up this, I don't know, this checkout machine, and I can go to, just want to demonstrate, I can pick up the cup, and I should be able to pick up this candy machine as well. Just to demonstrate, if you overlap, yeah, I pick up this candy machine. Okay. All right, just put the machine here. Yeah, I didn't turn on the physics, so this will kind of floating in the air. But you can definitely turn on the physics, which will allow this to drop on the ground. Yeah, I think this is all for the teleportation. As you know, all the green zone I'm able to go, and here this is all the cool stuff. I can go here. I can see all the cars. Yeah, just using the A button, you are able to teleport. Okay, I think that's all about how to use the VR mode. Then if you want to go back to the normal mode, I will press O, means orbit. Then you can see this menu show up. Then I can choose fly, so I can fly a little bit higher. I can use walk. So you're going back to the default game mode. Okay, you can tell from the shadow. Yeah. To exit, you can use the command console. Use escape, the key under the escape, and then you type exit to get out of this. All right. I think this is the whole process about how to set up the pawn in Collab Viewer, so you can have the switch from the orbit, walk, fly to VR. I do want to talk a little bit more about other pawns available in this project, about this low poly pawn. Okay. So first, I just want to mention these characters come from the asset in the Unreal Marketplace, right? So they are really just low polygon pawn. What I did is I right-click this pawn, then I reassign the skeleton with Unreal Engine 4 mannequin. So that is a kind of old version of mannequin. So if I type UE4, you have this UE4 mannequin associated with a dynamic flight. The reason is in the dynamic flight, it has all the functions like jump, fly. So I kind of switched the skeleton to it. In fact, if I just double click any of this, right, you can see this is original skeleton. It's super easy. And here's the skeleton tree. But once you reassign the skeleton to UE4, you are able to actually control it from the fly. So I will show you how to do it. First, I will go to I think I got the superhero from the Mixamo, right? So that is located in the folder of Mixamo right here. So let me just change the color. And here I have this superhero Garo and superhero Leo, right? So these are the default coming from the flight. So let me do something for this. So first I'm going to, let me see, wait a second. I wonder if there's a dynamic flight blueprint, demo asset, characters. Yeah, I just want to see if there's a mannequin character so we don't have to start from scratch. Yeah, there is a mesh, but there's not really a character yet. So let's do this. I'm going to promote this mesh into a character. Okay. Well, instead of redo all the coding, let's do this way. I will just simply go to the girl. I will duplicate the superhero girl. Okay, so I will duplicate so I don't have to redo all the coding. Superhero, I will say low poly. Okay, so this is a new name, low poly superhero. So the first thing I will do is swap this into a new one. So here I will just say I'm gonna swap to this is SK citizen female 01. So this is a kind of a new low poly, right? But immediately you see this character became a T-pose. The reason is this animation class does not really match with the bone structure of this new low poly character. So here I'm gonna using the this is actually called third person. All right, I figured out the reason why it doesn't work is because I forgot to migrate the animation from the dynamic flight to the UE4 mannequin. So once I do that, so you can see all the animation BP. So this is a third person animation BP, which include all the fly functions, right? So once you do that, then from the low poly character I just created, and here I'm able to switch the animation to third person. Then it's able to control the move of this low poly. So if I compile, and also I drag this guy into the into the scene. So here in asset view, I'm going to reopen this level. Then I will put that Mixamo low poly into the stage. And then I should be able to control it. All right, so let's do that. So here in Mixamo Go, I will drag here. All right, so this is called BP. Just make it really close to the ground. Okay. So this is called BP Superhero Low Poly. That's the name. In order to make it be able to play at the beginning, you can go ahead just type pawn. Then by default, this one is disabled, but I can make it enable with player 0. So now if I play, I think I'm still control the wrong one. Superhero player 0. Interesting. I thought this gonna simply possess the 0, but why is still? I think I'm still in the kind of player default, right? There's some confliction here. So why not we do this? I will go to the word settings. Yeah, I think the easier way is I will actually delete this guy. Yes, I will delete that, and I will create a new game mode. This game mode is just for that superhero. So yeah, that will be actually the ideal. To make it easier, right now if I go switch to third-person game mode, right, this one is linked to the superhero goal. If I search, you see here's the game mode under third-person blueprint. So I will right-click, duplicate. I will give this name BP third-person low poly, third low poly. Okay, so this will be the current one. Then for this low poly, I'm gonna actually use this one as my current game mode. So BP third person low poly, and then for the pawn, I'm going to use BP superhero. I have a lot of pawns now. Superhero, Leo, girl, low poly. Right. So now this new game mode will point to the low poly character. So let's play, see if that works. Yes. So you have the low poly character here. And then if I use an F, I'm able to fly. Lift. Right. So this is all the functions. So here I can dodge. Right. So this is basically a low poly character. I'm able to control and also switch the flying mode. Okay, so the nice thing about this new low poly character is because I have a large group of low poly characters, these all share the same bone. So I can easily just switch these characters because all the bones is the same, it just automatically work. Okay, so if I save and play, you will see this new thing. We'll have this new character. Okay, cool, and I can fly. Yeah, I think that is the benefit to have a large number of characters and they all share the same bone. So right now they just share the Unreal Engine 4 skeleton. So I can easily switch. So any of this is working. Okay, and then I can just simply play. Yep, this is cool. Play one more time just to test. Yeah, so this is the new game mode. Right. Let me see anything else I'd like to cover. Yeah, so this long tutorial, we covered a bunch of stuff. We use the collab game mode, right? So I will switch back to the collab viewer game mode. So in this game mode, if I play, I have this default pawn, which is fly, walk, orbit, and VR. But also I covered we can create a new game mode called third person, low poly, and where you can have switch a new pawn group where you have this new low poly pawn which you can switch between multiple. In the future, when we do the multiplayer lobby system, this will be pretty handy because you're kind of using this character for multiple people log in with a different look, so they can pick. All right, so I will save file and I will push this into the GitHub.